I'm Dale Smith for Learning Politics, and we've seen a bit of absurd political theater a couple of times now where Prime Minister Mark Carney will call the media into the cabinet room, where we're normally not allowed, and then sign a document for us, and then send us out of the room, and making it look like he's doing something Trump-like in terms of Trump signing those executive orders. But we don't have executive orders in Canada. And a lot of people speculated that these particular documents he was signing might be orders in council, but prime ministers don't sign order in council. The governor general does. And this is the part that I think is a little bit concerning, is because it looks like we once again have a prime minister who is trying to presidentialize the role for the sake of optics. And people are defending this and saying, well, it's good that he's doing something and he's good that he's countering Trump in some particular way, but this isn't how the role of a Canadian prime minister works, and he's not actually countering anything, and he's creating confusion as to what the role is supposed to be. And this is not uncommon with prime ministers in the last few decades. Stephen Harper came in and loved to try and presidentialize a whole bunch of things, including getting inappropriate salutes during events, which the Governor General was supposed to get them. And it wasn't until 2009, when then Prince Charles came to Remembrance Day in Ottawa, that Stephen Harper suddenly had a conversion to monarchism and started stepping back from doing the presidentialization and went full bore into being a monarchist, which had its own particular challenges considering other parties had essentially abdicated that to the Conservatives, creating an even bigger problem. Justin Trudeau, meanwhile, liked to take on the ceremonial roles that the Governor General normally takes, which creates its own particular problems with how we separate head of government and head of state in terms of doing the non-partisan ceremonial aspects, which as head of government, Trudeau liked to be seen doing as opposed to the head of government aspects. And this is what concerns me with Carney, is that we seem to be going back to another era of presidentialization in terms of making it look like he is signing things that he would not normally sign in order to give the essence that he is in charge and making decisions. It's also kind of interesting that he's doing this at the beginning of cabinet meetings rather than at the end, which would, denote that this was something that they had come to an agreement on. But no, this is him being the decider before they actually meet, which has its own particular challenges in terms of how we are presenting how Canadian politics works. So I think this is something we should be concerned about. I think this is something we should be vocal about because we don't want another prime minister who thinks that they are a wannabe president. That's not how our system works, and it's very bad for how the country operates going forward. For Learning Politics, I'm Dale Smith.